tabla is, as when you're talking about accompaniment, it's you have to get away from its solo mindset. When you're on stage with an artist, you have to get away from the solo mindset, because there it's playing a supportive role. It's not the main instrument. So that's the first point that a tabla player has to understand. And so things like waiting for your turn to play, or wanting to play, or the mind constantly telling you that you would like to do certain things or involve yourself in a certain way spontaneously during the performance. These are all natural feelings for a tabla player, because essentially he's practiced solo for so many years, and he's been a tabla player who's a very good soloist, and then gets into accompaniment in his formative years, early years of his career. These points are going to, these emotions are bound to occur to him in his mind. The next point that I come to is that you have to control these emotions. You have to be constantly telling yourself that you are playing a supportive role, and that supportive role is something that mainly enhances the recital of the main artist. And for that, one has to have a tremendous amount of patience, and that kind of patience comes to a tabla player who has accompanied vocal music for many years without really playing anything much, just playing the theka, just enhancing and embellishing the theka in many different ways, is what brings about a lot of patience inside a tabla player. So when I mean by patience, I don't only mean just sitting and being patient and just playing theka. It's about being patiently playing the theka. You're enjoying the music that is going on, and so your theka is becoming one with the music that is going on. There are times where a tabla player can get actively involved as well, especially with instrumental music. But then there are times where you have to be selective about certain questions. You have to answer certain important questions: is when to play, how to play, and most importantly, how much to play. Because the third question, if you answer to the point, then you are actually enhancing the main artist's performance the maximum. If you play far too less, then it may not sound that interesting. Vice versa, if you play too much, then it will actually spoil the whole performance. These things don't come overnight. You have to interact with musicians, with quality musicians for decades, and maturity slowly, the understanding of all these things comes very slowly, right from how you apply your knowledge in a supportive manner, in a supportive role, and not in a solo mode. So these are things that come to you over a long period of time. And so accompaniment is a totally different art form, I would say, to tabla solo. Pandit Shanta Prasad said, the great tabla master, who was an incredible tabla player. So when he was asked about accompaniment, he said, बेटा संगत करते समय दिल पे पत्थर रख के बजाना पड़ता है. So you are suppressing your ideas to that extent. But suppressing your ideas does not mean that you can't be creative. watched my Ustad Allah Rakha Khan Sahab, with Pandit Ravi Shankar ji, with Ustad Ali Akbar Khan Sahab, where accompaniment pieces wouldn't go on for 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles. In Vilambit, accompaniment pieces would probably last maybe 4 matras or 6 matras or maximum 8 matras. But the point was conveyed so effectively that the audience would say, "Ah, kya baat hai." The spontaneity in that, in just that given period, from where the mukhra started to the sum, within that small length of the time cycle, Ustad Allah Rakha was able to convey what he had to convey, and it was probably more effective than building it up over 2 or 3 time cycles, avartans. So that is what I've been hearing from childhood, and that has been taken to a further higher level in so many dimensions by Ustad Zakir Hussain, one of the greatest tabla players, and he has been able to come out with so many novel ideas about accompaniment, about treatment of syllables towards accompanying different instruments or different genres of music. So observing that from my childhood has actually educated me in that direction, and has given me a deeper insight towards accompaniment. And plus, being a vocalist's son, from my childhood I was accompanying vocal music, so I probably must have accompanied before I became a full-fledged tabla player in various aspects of Indian classical music. I accompanied vocal music only for more than 20 years. With my father, Pandit Dinkar Kaikini, Pandit K.G. Ginde, his elder Guru Bhai, Pandit S.C.R. Bhatt, Bala Saheb Puchwale, the great Gwalior exponent, Pandit Arolkar ji, he was one whom I played a few concerts with. His disciple, Pandit Sharad Sathe, I played with him so many times. So these, great vocalists like this, even Pandit Bhimsen Joshi I accompanied maybe just 2 or 3 times, but just playing with different vocalists gives you so many different ideas of how to be patient and how to involve yourself at just the right time. So that's what it gave me, and of course the insight that Ustad Allah Rakha Khan Sahab had to give me in accompanying instrumental music and maybe even dance. Ustad Zakir Hussain also. So that gave me a complete detailed all-round picture of what accompaniment should be with vocal music, instrumental music and dance. I would like to thank Devina first for inviting me to perform at Gayatri Festival on 18th of March. It's a unique idea where you are having 4 women artists, right? So it's a unique, novel idea, and I look forward to playing with Kala Ramnath ji on the 18th of March, and I wish you all the success for the festival.